These are the top 10 rock songs of 1970, ranked by their impact, influence, and sheer staying power. Number 10, Mississippi Queen by Mountain, 1970.
Oh, Mississippi, you know you wanna
A blast of raw energy from the opening cowbell, Mississippi Queen became an instant hard rock classic. Released in 1970, Mountain's gritty riffs and Leslie West's powerful vocals brought a blues-heavy swagger to the charts. Historically, it was part of the heavier rock wave that bridged the gap between 60s psychedelia and 70s hard rock, influencing bands like AC/DC and Aerosmith. Signature cowbell intro is still one of the most recognizable openings in rock, popping up in films, TV, and countless bar bands' set lists. In a year crowded with rock heavyweights, Mississippi Queen stood out for its simplicity and punch, a reminder that sometimes less really is more. But if this was a raw, straight-ahead rocker, the next song took rock into darker, heavier territory that would change music forever. Number 9, Paranoid by Black Sabbath, 1970. Recorded in a flash to fill space on their second album, Paranoid became one of Black Sabbath's signature songs, and a defining moment for heavy metal. Released in September 1970, its fast-chugging riff and Ozzy Osbourne's urgent delivery captured a sense of anxiety and alienation that resonated deeply with fans. Historically, Paranoid marked a shift in rock toward darker, more aggressive themes, paving the way for generations of metal and hard rock acts. It hit number 4 in the UK charts and became a staple in Sabbath's live shows, cementing their influence on the decade. Its stripped-down power proved that you didn't need elaborate arrangements to make an unforgettable rock statement. And if Sabbath's Paranoia was heavy and urgent, the next song proved that 1970 could still deliver expansive, psychedelic soundscapes that left listeners awestruck. Number 8, American Woman by the Guess Who, 1970.
Stay away from me, American woman.
With its slinky guitar intro and sharp political undertones, American Woman was both a hit single and a subtle statement. Released in early 1970, the song mixed bluesy rock grit with an almost hypnotic groove, topped by Burton Cummings' unmistakable vocals. Lyrically, it was interpreted as a critique of American politics during the Vietnam War era, though the band claimed it was more about preferring the comfort of home. Historically, it became the Guess Who's biggest hit, reaching number 1 in the US and solidifying their place in rock history. Its combination of swagger and subtle protest captured the restless spirit of the times. Number 7, Lola by the Kinks, 1970.
But I can't understand why she walk like a woman but talk like a man. Oh, my Lola.
Lola was one of the boldest songs of its time, blending sharp storytelling with a playful twist that pushed social boundaries. Released in 1970, it told the tale of a romantic encounter in a Soho club with a surprise revelation in the chorus. A theme that was groundbreaking for mainstream rock. The song's clever lyrics and catchy acoustic electric blend helped it become a worldwide hit, reaching the top 10 in multiple countries. Historically, Lola was significant for its unapologetic approach to subject matter that many artists avoided, showing that rock could be cheeky, daring, and still commercially successful.
In a club down in Soho, while you drink champagne, it tastes just like cherry cola.
It remains one of the Kinks' most beloved tracks, a mix of humor, charm, and undeniable melody that has kept it relevant for over 5 decades. But while Lola charmed listeners with wit, the next song hit the airwaves like a thunderclap and became one of rock's ultimate statements of power. Number 6, Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin, 1970. Driven by Robert Plant's Viking-inspired wails and Jimmy Page's ferocious riff, Immigrant Song is a masterclass in concise, high-impact rock. Released as the lead single from Led Zeppelin III, it packed an incredible punch in under 3 minutes, with lyrics evoking Norse mythology and a relentless beat that made it unforgettable. Historically, it symbolized Led Zeppelin's global dominance at the dawn of the 70s, showing their ability to blend mythic imagery with hard rock muscle. The track became a concert opener for years, instantly igniting audiences with its primal energy. Even decades later, it's a go-to soundtrack for film trailers and sporting events, proving its enduring cultural footprint. If Zeppelin's roar was pure adrenaline, our next entry proved that rock could still move hearts with an aching, emotional ballad. Number 5, Let It Be by the Beatles, 1970.
And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree.
Released as the title track of their final studio album, Let It Be was both a farewell and a timeless message of comfort. Paul McCartney's tender piano-led melody and soulful delivery turned it into one of the band's most iconic songs. Historically, it carried enormous emotional weight, arriving during the Beatles' breakup and symbolizing both an ending and a call for peace. Its gospel-tinged arrangement, George Harrison's lyrical guitar solo, and the heartfelt simplicity of its lyrics made it universal, crossing genres and generations. Let It Be remains one of the most covered songs in history, its message of hope resonating just as powerfully today as it did in 1970. Number 4, Bridge Over Troubled Water by Simon and Garfunkel, 1970. Released in January 1970, Bridge Over Troubled Water became an instant classic, topping charts worldwide and winning multiple Grammy Awards. Paul Simon wrote it as a gospel-inspired ballad, and Art Garfunkel's soaring lead vocals turned it into an anthem of reassurance during a turbulent time in America. Historically, it arrived as the Vietnam War raged and social unrest filled the headlines, offering a message of comfort that resonated across generations.
So hard, I will come.
The lush orchestration and emotional delivery set a new standard for rock ballads, blurring the lines between pop, folk, and rock. Even decades later, its opening piano chords remain one of the most instantly recognizable intros in music history. But while Simon and Garfunkel gave the world solace, the next track gave it a fight song, a declaration of survival that became an anthem for generations of women. Number 3, Mama Told Me Not to Come by Three Dog Night, 1970. Written by Randy Newman and delivered with theatrical flair by Three Dog Night, Mama Told Me Not to Come was a humorous yet biting take on culture shock. Released in 1970, it depicted a naive young man overwhelmed by the wild party scene, a sly commentary on changing social norms at the dawn of the decade. The song's funky rhythm, soulful organ, and playful vocals made it an unexpected chart topper, hitting number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100.
And you always blasting, someone's knocking at the door. I'm looking at my girl, but she passed out on the floor.
Historically, it captured a moment when rock was embracing elements of R&B and soul, reflecting the cross-pollination of genres in the early 70s. Its satirical edge and irresistible groove ensured it remained a staple on classic rock radio for decades. If this was rock's playful wink, the next track was a full-on call to arms, one of the loudest anti-war statements ever pressed to vinyl. Number 2, War by Edwin Starr, 1970.
War means tears, the bounds of love lives, where sons go off to fight and lose their lives.
Few protest songs hit as hard as Edwin Starr's War. Released in June 1970, it was a blunt, uncompromising condemnation of the Vietnam War, driven by Starr's powerhouse vocals and a pounding, marching beat. Originally recorded by The Temptations, it was Starr's version that turned it into a cultural phenomenon, spending 3 weeks at number 1 in the U.S. Historically, it became a rallying cry for the anti-war movement, its unforgettable refrain. War. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Echoing at protests across the country. Its fusion of rock, soul, and funk gave it crossover appeal, making it one of the most important political statements in popular music history. Before we reveal our #1 song of 1970, if you're enjoying this journey through one of rock's greatest years, hit that like button and subscribe. We've got more deep dives into the music, the moments, and the legends that shaped the soundtrack of our lives, and you won't want to miss what's next. Number 1. Layla by Derek and the Dominoes, 1970. Layla is a towering masterpiece of passion, heartbreak, and musicianship. Released in 1970, it was inspired by Eric Clapton's unrequited love for Pattie Boyd, then married to his friend George Harrison. The song's fiery opening riff, co-written with Duane Allman, instantly grabs hold. A raw, desperate cry of longing. Midway through, it transforms into a haunting piano coda, written by drummer Jim Gordon, that fades like the final sigh of a broken heart. Historically, Layla wasn't an immediate hit, but grew into one of rock's most celebrated compositions, eventually earning a place in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's 500 Songs That Shaped Rock. Its blend of electric and acoustic textures, searing guitar interplay, and emotional depth make it the perfect encapsulation of 1970s fearless creativity. 1970 was more than just the start of a decade. It was a turning point, a moment when rock's boundaries stretched wider than ever before. From fierce protest anthems to tender ballads, from riffs that shook stadiums to melodies that soothed hearts, these songs defined the era. Each track here didn't just climb the charts, it shaped the culture, left a mark on history, and still resonates today. Which of these songs takes you right back to the start of the 70s? Drop your pick in the comments, subscribe for more countdowns, and join us next time as we explore another unforgettable chapter in rock history.